You are missing shots and you don't know why?
One enemy.
You want to try the sensitivity and you are not sure if it is the right thing to do? Well, you came to the right place. In this series, we will be going over frequently asked questions about aim in Valorant. Our first question will be the age-old question of, should I use low sense or a high sense? I know that you want a solid answer, so reasonably, arguably, and anecdotally speaking, low sense is better for Valorant. It's better for micro adjustments, which take up most of the aiming you do in Valorant. It hides shakiness, and just overall, it allows for a bigger room for error in your aim. But the common and the correct answer is, it depends. It really depends on your comfortability. Ask yourself questions like, do you feel pain when you use too much of your fingers, wrist, or arm? Is your mouse suitable for that sense? Like, it's hard to use the Razer Death Adder while having high sense because you are forced to palm grip and not use much of your fingers for micro adjustments. Is your mouse space enough to support going low sense? You should really ask yourself these questions and evaluate on your own on what sense you should use. Question number 2. What kind of mouse grip should I use? In general, we have 3 types of mouse grips. The palm grip, where your whole hand is touching and resting on the mouse. Claw grip, where your palm touches the mouse but your fingers are curved like the claw of a bird. And fingertip grip, where you're only touching the mouse with your fingertips. For this question, the answer is purely a subjective one. It really depends on your comfortability and mouse. What I would suggest you do is do nothing and not overcomplicate your mouse grip. Go up to your mouse and hold it without overthinking. And there, you have your natural mouse grip that you should use. Moving on to question number 3. For practicing my aim, what should I use? Aim trainers, the range, or Deathmatch? A routine with a combination of all of them is 1,000 times better than picking only one. But I know, aim trainers are boring. Killing boss is not fun. Deathmatch is a slugfest with campers and sound horrors. And sometimes, we just don't have the capacity both mentally and physically to do all of them. So, we'll look at it at a reasonable stance. All of them have their drawbacks and strengths. All of them can effectively train your aim given enough time and effort. But if your mental can handle grinding that much, do that. Because it trains one core mechanic that you should master, and that every player dreads of hearing in every Valorant guide, which is crosshair placement. Yup, Deathmatch trains crosshair placement, that is why it's better. Sorry bots, or circles, I guess. If I'm going to rank them by their importance, with first being the most important, then first is DM, second is the range, and third is aim trainers. Though this changes when you are an absolute beginner with no prior FPS experience. It's literally the first time you're holding a mouse. Then you should prioritize aim trainers to build good fundamentals and a solid foundation for your aim. Hey, a little reminder that if you are enjoying this video, drop a like and a subscribe as it helps a ton. Also, comment down below questions that I will answer in the next videos of this series. Now, we move on to question number 4. How do I stop being inconsistent with my aim? You are inconsistent because you are not good enough. And that's reality. That's what your mindset should be. You are inconsistent because you are not consistent with your practice. But I know, sometimes you can see the results that you expect after aim training for hours and hours and hours. Don't be discouraged, because if you are not lacking in practice, it just goes to show that Valorant is really just an overall inconsistent game with tons of variables to consider. Enemies, allies, maps, they all may change from match to match. Heck, even rounds have different abilities, game plan, and feel to it. So if you're already consistently aim training, believe me, your skill floor is slowly but surely rising, and you will start to feel more consistent. Question number 5 and the last for this video. Do settings affect my aim? The answer is yes. This may be crazy for some people to hear, but settings affect your aim. I do not know why people invalidate the reaction of other people when they ask, I changed these settings and saw improvements. All the time, the answer that they receive is that the change just had a placebo effect. But when you look at settings that matter, like crosshair, enemy outline, map size, keybinds, and more, they all matter and may affect your aim one way or another. As an example, small crosshairs can be hard to see and get lost in gunfights, causing you to whiff your vandal as you try to control the recoil. Big crosshairs are hard to use in terms of their precision. Details such as color settings affect your quality of life by a lot. Just to share, when I was new to Valorant, I never really knew why changing from red to yellow enemy outlines improved my gameplay by a ton. But through Valorant, I learned that I have a strong protanopia color blindness condition. So yes, again, settings can affect your aim, so tweak them to your liking. Just don't blame them if you whiff your crouch spray on an enemy from 50 meters away. And that will be part 1 of our frequently asked questions series about Valorant aim. Again, if you have any more questions that you want answered, drop them in the comments below and I'll answer them in the next parts of this series. Consider dropping a like and a subscribe if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this. AC out.